Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be scrapping this cute picture, or set of pictures. These are of my cousin's little boy, and this is from 2015. So I have had it on my fridge for ages and hadn't really scrapped it yet. So I'm moving house soon, so I've taken all the things off my fridge and decided that I'm going to start scrapping them. I had that on my fridge. What else did I have on my fridge? A thank you from a wedding in 2000 and... was that 15 as well? Yeah, that was 2015 too. Wow. My fridge has a lot of retro stuff on it. So I'm going to scrap this. It has a little thank you note on the back. Where I'm going to obviously stick the picture down, you won't be able to see the thank you note, and I didn't want it to be this big, as in if I scanned it in and then printed out another one, I didn't want to take up that much room. So what I'm going to do is use my typewriter and type up this little note onto a Project Life card so that I can add it alongside the picture on my 12 by 12 layout. So I'm going to put you on to fast forward or speed you up. I don't know why I'm umming so much, and I will chat to you in a little while. So enjoy the video, hopefully, and leave me a comment down below, subscribe, like it if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. Bye. So I'm just cracking straight on with the typewriting here. I'm using a blue Project Life card, and this is from a Becky Higgins kit of brightly coloured cards. I think they were like jewel toned or something like that. They're just plain cardstock pieces in bright colours. So here I'm just typing the journaling up. You can see it down the side because I was going to be sticking that picture down. So I'm typing away. Love this typewriter. It's 30 quid on eBay. 30? I don't even think it was 30 actually. 20 something. It was close to 30, I suppose, like £25 or something. But a lot cheaper than the new We Are Memory Keepers ones. So here I'm just picking some papers. I narrowed it down to 2 papers, which I think I'm going to show you on here. This was one of the papers that I considered, which is a very geometric pattern from Paige Evans' Lovely Day. I'm going to say that collection. And I also picked out this star paper here, which is from a Trim Crafts paper pad, and I take a picture of the photo on each one of those because I could not decide. So I uploaded the 2 pictures to Scrapaholics Anonymous and asked for people's advice. So I said, should I do it on the star background or the geometric shape? And it was basically 50-50. So everyone said that either the stars or the geometric shapes were too busy. So it was like this project was very much like a scrapbooking lesson for me, like a massive learning curve. Because what I decided is that really I could use either background. I could use the star background, which is the one I decided to use because I felt it had more of the colours from the picture. Or I could use the what was it called? Triangular background. So I went with the star one, and I decided what I needed to do to make the picture stand out, which is what everyone was saying was the problem with these backgrounds because they were so busy, was to use soft coloured elements to calm down the background. So I started by adding a doily and a layer of vellum paper to the backing of the photo to enable a kind of softer look through that and to calm the background down, but I still wanted to be able to see the background. I still felt it was too dark around the edges, so I got out some white gesso and I just smushed it over the page with my finger, which I really enjoyed actually. I mean, I haven't been finger painting for quite some time, so I did thoroughly enjoy myself. So yeah, I'm just splattering this on and rubbing it on. I still wanted to be able to see the stars, so I am quite picky about the edges of this. So I spent quite a lot of time rubbing and making sure that it was really blended out on the edges and that it wasn't too harsh and that you could still see the stars through it. And I do absolutely adore this layout. I think I've definitely found a lot out from this process. So what you didn't see there was that I did also add some gelato. So I added some pale blue gelatos to the edges as well, to add a touch of blue to bring in the framing of the picture. And then I've splattered with some Do Craft splattery ink stuff. It's not called splatter ink stuff, but you know, like the spray inks. And I'm just drying it all off because there was quite a lot of paint on here by this point. Unfortunately, it did warp quite a lot, but it's fine in a page protector. So there you go. I think the picture's starting to stand out a little bit more, but I wanted to add a bit more colour because I felt like I'd kind of calmed it down too much. There was a lot of toing and froing with this for me because mixed media is quite... I mean, I've done it in some backgrounds, but I wouldn't say it's my forte at all. So yeah, just... I didn't bother too much with the stars in the middle because obviously where they got the vellum and the picture over them, you weren't going to be able to see it that much. So I'm just fiddling about with the positioning there. And I think I ummed and ahed over various different aspects of this process. And there we are. I think I might have wriggled the background around a tiny bit. And then here I'm adding some more gelato. I'm just using a baby wipe to smudge the gelato out. I wanted to add a bit more blue. I do rub quite a lot of that away again because where I hadn't put the gesso, it was really sticking to the stars, to that paper. So I do end up rubbing at that for a while to tone it down a little bit more. But I do really like how it's looking now. Putting some more splatters and sprays on, and patting it off, putting it on and patting it off. That seems to be the process for me. And just wiggling the picture around a little bit. Am I going to do anything exciting? Not yet. Toy with a background. Think, does it need some black? And actually decide on a white frame for the picture. So I can't remember if I stick something down now. If I'm going to stick something down, I'm going to commit. Finally, I'm going to commit to some layers of paper. So I would say if you have some really, really busy background paper, of which I have a lot and I never use it, this is a great, like, mixed media is definitely the way forward. I have learned so much from the comments that people left on Scrapaholics Anonymous, where they were saying, you know, you want things that bring out the colours in it, or this one looks better because it's got smaller shapes, or this one looks better because the picture stands out more. And it was literally 50-50 in terms of which background everybody thought I should use. So instead I decided to really focus on the comments about why people liked certain backgrounds or why they preferred one background to another, to think about what I needed to do to the picture to make the background work. And I actually think I could have done it on either of these backing papers and it would have been fine. That's quite a significant learning curve for me as someone relatively new to 12x12s. I've been scrapbooking for quite a few years now, but I've only ever scrapped in sort of photo albums or sort of smaller sized albums and Project Life. So scrapbooking 12x12 is much more of a new thing to me, only something I've really done in the last probably year and a bit. So 2015 I think is the first layout that I did like that, and it was about November time. So yeah, I'm still learning so much. So I've just mounted it on some white paper to make it stand out even more, and then I'm going to stick it on some foam here. This is just fun foam that I got from Hobbycraft, and I got a big pack of fun foam for £5, so I think it's a bargain. I've so far used, I think, 3 sheets of it, and there's like 50 sheets or something insane, so I think it's probably going to have been a bargain. It's definitely a lot, well, I'm imagining it's a lot cheaper than foam pads, and it's definitely a lot less time consuming peeling my double-sided tape off compared to tons of foam pads. So I'm really enjoying how this is looking. as it is at the moment. And then here I'm using Dear Lizzie Lovely Day, maybe. I don't want to. I just want to call everything a Lovely Day collection. I don't know what it is. And I'm getting out some that have the colours in it. So I like these cute little birds, and I thought, I have no idea when I'm going to use them. And make the days count. And I thought the hedgehog was cute. Animals seem to make sense whenever you're doing layouts with babies. So I thought about using those. So I'm just wriggling all of this around, trying to decide where I'm going to put it. And I like the colours. Brings the colours out from the bedding. There looks like there's a soft toy that Alexander is holding, and obviously the powder blue around the outside of the picture. So here I'm just going to bump some of these things up on foam, not everything, but some bits. So I've bumped half of this up on the foam so it's level with the photo. There you go. It says make the days count, which I thought was cute. And here I'm just cutting down some foam that was left over. Should have just used foam pads for this bit. This bit is fiddly. Yeah, I don't recommend this, although I didn't want to waste the foam, so I suppose it all has a purpose. And then I fiddle about with these for a while, these two little birds, but I do put them at the top here. It's just a case of where. So sticking it down, and I think they look really cute. What am I going to get now? Got some thickers. This came in a Like Forever kit. These white thickers I used to spell out cutie pie, or what a cutie pie, or such a cutie pie. Well, I can't remember. It's a test for the mind and I am failing. Mind you, it's quite late at night, so here I am just sticking the letters down. I have no idea where I'm going to put them, and thankfully these thickers have a fairly loose stick, so I was able to move them around. So I decided to stick them down here on this blue bit so you can actually read them. So it says cutie pie. And now I'm just getting the letters together to stick along that top bar. What a cutie pie. Very cute. I think I might have gone away to look at it in the natural light. And here I'm using these Chamel Puffy stickers, which are incredibly cute with little animals. Picked out some of the yellow and blue ones. I like that little blue owl down the bottom there. And then I thought about this little bear popping his head up because I just thought it was so cute. But I decided against that because it didn't really, I don't know, it just seemed a bit weird. And then there's a little lion in the bottom, which I don't think I use, although the colour's perfect and it goes with the kind of weird animal theme that I seem to now have created, but I thought it was a little bit much. And I have this really cute dark blue heart that's a puffy sticker as well from the same kit. I did have to keep like holding it up to look at it because it's so different to what I normally do. So yeah, I needed some enamel dots, so I'm using these tiny matte enamel dots that came from a Studio Calico kit, which are bright yellow, so they carried on the kind of yellow theme that was running through. I don't know if I use that navy heart in the end. And so I've got 3 of those enamel dots at the top and 2 at the bottom because I thought the puffy lion at the bottom there kind of made it look like there were 3 yellow dots, if that makes any sense. And then I'm just adding some little wood veneer. I took the puffy heart off and I'm adding these tiny little wood veneer hearts, which are so cute. I love these. Again, they came from a Studio Calico set of wood veneer. And so I'm just sticking all of those down. I think I'm nearly there with this now. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. Gonna add a few more splatters just because I thought it looked cool. Make sure I get all the splatters off the picture. And am I done? Gonna have another look. And yeah, just blend away some of that brighter blue with the baby wipe. So gelatos are really cool to use with a baby wipe actually. I don't know if you've ever done it. You probably have, but I hadn't, so yeah, I had fun. So I'm just gradually removing a touch of that blue from around the edges just to lighten it. And that was the finished article. So I hope you enjoyed watching. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!